Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kim, and I just watched this incredible video that really inspired me by one of the women who's been in some of my programs. Her name is Nicole, and she's beautiful. And it was this really authentic video, and she shared her personal story of despair, depression, anxiety, suicidality, and she did it really beautifully and really imperfectly, like her kids in the background, and she's like, oh, hold on, honey, and started crying, and then like the video interrupted and she just posted the other clip, like didn't even splice it together. And I watched the whole thing because it was there was so much heart coming through it. And the reason I wanted to share this is two things. One is so many of us are called to assist others. That's why she was sharing the video, is like, here's my struggle, and I'm coming out to start to assist others if you've had the struggle. So many of us are called to assist others, but then we think, oh, but I'm not perfect yet. I don't have it all together. How can I help other people? Because the society tells us we need to have our shit together. We need to have it together, and then we can help other people. And that isn't true. It's actually our journey that is the value we bring to others. How I've moved through my journey of pain, of struggle, of depression, or how I am moving through that journey where it's like, yeah, I still have that sometimes and I'm still in it. I'm not all together. But here's how I move through the journey that creates more fluidity and allows more resolution. And let me share this with you, because if it assists you, you'll move through yours even more fluidly. So that was the one thing. So for those of you who feel that calling, like, I know I'm here to assist other people, how can I sing my song more fully so that they hear it, so that it assists them, so that it makes this difference in the world, and then get the I'm not already there or I'm not good enough out of the way. And then the other thing is to let yourself do it imperfectly. She is just showing up and letting herself be seen. And so many of us want to wait till we have it perfect and then like, oh, I've got to make the video look like this, or I've got to, whatever you think you need to do. It's not true. I used to try that for a long time because I believed that, and it really never created what the contribution that I wanted to create. Even this video, like, hey, this beautiful mountains in the background, but it's not like the lighting is perfect, or I've got my, myself all made up and now I'm presentable. It's like, just get your selfies, yourself on the selfie. I've had people one time in the beginning say that because I'm holding this in my hand, because I'm moving around, like, oh, the background's moving and I can't watch the video. And I remember thinking like, oh, should I try to do this more professionally? And I was like, Kim, just do what you do. And, now I've really let myself shine more and more. And people every day are like, wow, that really made a difference for me. Wow, you said exactly what I needed to hear. So I have to let myself do it imperfectly in order to do it. In order to do it in a way that matters. But yeah, the other thing I really wanted to say that was, I was so inspired by Nicole, is like, it's our own journey that lets us assist others with pain and despair and anxiety. It's like my own journey of despair. And I realized, wow, I don't think I've ever shared the depth of despair I've experienced. Like, have I ever wanted to end my life? Yeah. And not to the point of like, rarely I'm going to do it, but oh, if I could just have God help me out and like get me off the planet, this is all too much. There have been so many moments like that. And when I first started assisting other people from the space of my journey, I felt so broken. I had such severe anxiety years and years and years back. And my roommates in college knew, because like I couldn't hide it from them. I'd have these episodes in the middle of the night and just like really otherworldly downloads that were happening that I couldn't describe to anyone. But they would see what I was going through, and they loved me enough that I didn't feel, I felt super embarrassed. I would have loved to just hide that, but they loved me enough that I could share it and just let myself off the hook for it. But what started happening, I remember my friend Stacy, we were on summer vacation, and she's like, Kim, I have this friend and she's going through some stuff that sounds like what you went through. Today you just call up and be like, oh, I have a friend with an anxiety disorder, and I know you had some anxiety. Can you help her? But you didn't even have a word for that. This was so long ago. I was in my 20s, 45 now. and it's such an everyday experience now. I'll tell you, back then, I didn't know one single person who struggled with anxiety, not one. I was on my own. I didn't have breathing techniques taught to me. Like, I had to find them on my own. I listened to my body and figured it out on my own. And so to get on the phone with this amazing, beautiful woman, young girl, I was young too, who was suffering terribly with anxiety, who was so scared, who couldn't let anybody know. I was the only person she really spoke to about what was really happening. And at the end of the call, she was like, I can't tell you how much this has meant to me. Thank you so much for sharing your story with me and what you've done. That's how you've helped me so much. Did I have it all together? Was I perfect? No freaking way. It took me still more years beyond that to no longer have anxiety. But I was willing to share. And so that is my invitation to you. And thank you, Nicole, for sharing so beautifully. Nicole Crapo is her name. I guess she is out there to assist other people now, so you can maybe connect there if you're having some struggles. I think the most important thing is that we remember that our journey is serving us and our way of how we're here to assist others. It's not the negative thing we think it is. We think it's, oh, if I didn't have this problem, I could really help others. It's like, no, because I have or have had this struggle, that is my greatest contribution to others. So I wanted to share that with you from that deeper space of what that was like, to feel so broken, but still have someone really thanking me for how much it benefited them, that I shared and encouraged her. Because I was at, even if I'm just 2 steps ahead of that person, I was at a higher place of resilience with what I was going through. I was a higher place of understanding and a higher place of it unwinding, of the insight and the awareness of what was really happening. So for whatever that's worth, very excited to share this with you. And this is Dr. Kim D'Eramo from drkimd.com. You can share this with others that you know who are also struggling, or those who are ready to assist others but don't really even know how to start, or, geez, is it really okay? Am I good enough to do it? It's like, get out of your own way and let yourself be fully seen, like Nicole has done, like I've been willing to do, and more allowing myself to do. And you just, every day, you let yourself be that much more expressed. Don't wait for it to already be perfect. Sharing so much love with you, and I'll see you soon.